Bitch, listen here.
Sorry, I can't look at you because you're too far to my right.
What I was gonna say is we can talk about the good because I wasn't even looking at you. We can no.
Well, why? Just go.
I was gonna say today's topic could be about what happened in Sequoia.
What happened?
Oh, I remember.
You know what happened?
That guy. That guy. The one that was like, go jump off a plane.
No, let's tell the story.
Let's
tell the story.
What do you mean you? She puts herself as the main character in any narrative.
She knows she's the crazy one. She understands. She's like, yeah, I am crazy.
Let's talk about crazy.
If Jennifer would have gotten in a car accident, we would have seen crazy.
Yeah.
Let's fucking talk about the tire.
Oh my god!
Fault.
Nobody
The
even knows
tire
what the fuck
pressure.
we're talking about.
Okay, so we just went on vacation to Sequoia.
Did we even introduce ourselves?
Oh,
Welcome to the Sassy Siblings podcast. I'm Jess.
I'm Nelu.
And I'm Jennifer.
And in today's video, we're going to be talking, our guest episode, we're going to be talking about our recent trip to Sequoia National Park.
It got crazy.
It did get crazy. Not that crazy.
All right, let's start with crazy one of one. My
Jennifer.
rental car.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with Jennifer.
Okay, so we rented a rental car from Budget. We're going to throw that if out there. I go and I notice that the tire's patched. So the whole trip is all about my flat tire because we are driving 4 hours to Sequoia and I have to calmly, hard, very difficult, realize that like my tire pressure keeps dropping. So the whole trip, all we do is stop and have to put air in this tire because the pressure continues to drop. And over here, heifers don't believe me.
I just have to say the way that Jennifer reflects on this story and her narrative is very skewed from what actually happened. Nelu, would you like to tell?
So we started on this trip and we got back from the car rental. We rented it Saturday night. We went 10 p.m. So the next morning, Jennifer had noticed the chalk marks where they patched the tire.
No, I noticed the chalk marks when I picked up the goddamn rental car. I have pictures.
Oh.
It was the night that I picked it up. It was flat that next morning, and nobody believed me.
She has timestamps.
I do.
She's got the
because
receipts.
I didn't want them to blame me that it was I got the nail in the tire and I got it patched. So I was like,
But from the moment we left, it was all about the tire pressure. Everything, because Jennifer has like one of those obsessive compulsion disorders,
no,
I think.
I have anxiety. Like, I think of like the worst case scenarios all the time.
So the whole way there, she just thought the SUV was going to flip.
She catastrophizes. What she's describing is catastrophizing. And I would agree. I think you do have anxiety very badly.
I know.
I think we all do. Nelu was shaking his head no, but he absolutely does.
I don't think so.
And the worst out of all
and
of us.
anxiety is stemmed from a lack of, feeling a lack of control of the situation. So that's
Are
why
you
we
trying to tell us we have
catastrophize.
control issues?
We all do. I do too.
Maybe just a little.
I legit had a panic attack last night, so I definitely do.
When don't you have
Oh,
a panic
God,
attack?
What was your panic? Okay, we're not going to go on to that. We'll talk about that
Oh
later.
yeah, let's go
back to the tire.
Let's backtrack to Sequoia. So the panic attack we can save for the next episode.
Okay.
Let's mark that. Alex, make sure you write that down. Thank you. Alex is our little gay assistant behind the camera. He's our little assistant fairy. Anyways, so we were talking about Sequoia and Jennifer thinking she was going to flip. So every little bit she wasn't every chance
I was going to flip.
Every chance she got, she was like the tire pressure.
It's supposed to be at 37, 38 PSI.
Which is the max.
30. Yes, that morning after we got the rental car, it dropped to 30. Why don't you guys understand? The tire pressure kept dropping. Every time the car sat still, it was fine when driving, but anytime it sat still, the PSI would drop. Anywhere we had to go, we had to stop and put air in the tire.
We know. We all had to
because,
stop.
Like, we had the goddamn kids in the car. Okay?
I don't think so.
Stupid.
So that was the first part of our trip. The second part of the trip, and I think the thing that really, put the icing on the cake was when we went to, was it the General Sherman tree?
Yes.
We were on the way to see the General Sherman tree, and we had stopped at the visitor center where, what was that other tree called?
The Sentinel.
The Sentinel. We stopped at the Sentinel at the visitor center. There's this big tree, a tall tree in the Sentinel. So we were waiting in line because there's a little frame at the bottom of the tree that says Sentinel, and everybody wants to take a picture. So we're a big group. There was 9 of us all together, right? So Jen takes her picture with the kids. Jess and Josh take their picture. Alex and I take a picture. And then we had our girlfriend Talise with us, and she was by herself, so she wanted to take a picture. So we're all waiting in line. Everybody's starting to go take their pictures, and then it's Talise's turn to come up to take the picture. And then as we're sitting there, this guy that was also in line behind us decides he's no longer going to wait, and he's going to just go in front and take the picture. And so then his wife's like telling Talise, like, move out of the picture frame, and she moves, and I lose my cool just a little. I don't think I was that bad, but moral of the story, I think the basis of what I'm trying to say is I then got really upset, and I was like,
I hope your plane crashes.
yeah.
So I agree. I don't think you were that bad.
Because I feel like I could have got a lot crazier.
I think you were escalating to get a lot crazier. And as you're walking away and these people are walking away, he's still going like, go die. And poor Alex, I'm going to say poor Alex.
Because those people were so rude and he did not give a shit. And I think it was the two things. What I think it was because she was a woman. And that's why he felt like he could do that, because he didn't do that with any of the guys in the pictures.
It's because he's not from around here. They were speaking.
Yeah, they were speaking a different language. And I don't give a fuck, because the whole thing was like, I just told him that I hope his plane crashes and that him and his whole family dies. And I don't think that was over the top. I think that was a normal reaction to the situation.
I don't know about normal, but I think
normal's questionable on that one.
Well, and poor Alex is like, okay, Nelu, and then you're just still shouting it out. And you
because
said,
I
hope your plane crashes probably 5-6 times, Nelu.
I wanted to make sure that the language barrier was not an issue, so that they understood what I was trying to say.
And then you ran into them inside the visitor center.
Yes, and I made sure everybody moved away so that they had room because they're impatient.
Yes.
And I wanted to make sure everybody knew that.
So we didn't overreact at all, you guys. We literally were totally
very
100%
calm
within the situation.
Either way, the guy was really, really rude.
So
I think
never moved.
Yeah.
I feel,
agree.
I mean, but Talise was also just, she some people don't like conflict. Some people don't like conflict
either.
Nelu, I think you thrive on conflict.
No, but the whole thing was like, everybody's waiting. There's a line. You're at a tourist spot. Everybody's waiting their turn. We waited our turn for the 5 couples that were in front of us to finish doing their thing. And everybody's courteous of everybody else. But you come in and you think like, who the fuck are you? It's like, no, motherfucker, who are you? Because I know who the fuck I am, and I hope your plane crashes.
Okay, think about Nelu right now. Times 10. That's how he
was there. I was, but I stayed pretty calm.
As red as those red ones.
You were calm compared to some other times, okay?
I just do not like people being. I protect the people.
You don't like being like letting people mistreat others, and I don't think there's anything wrong.
I don't
with
think
that.
even if it was not Talisa, and I think if it was somebody else experiencing, I think I would have said the same thing.
Absolutely,
because I don't. Agree. I do not like that. It's
I
just
think
like,
you would have stood up for anybody.
To treat somebody like that when everybody's here trying to do the same thing, and it wasn't like we were sitting here we were doing it as quick as possible. Like, here's 2 photos, move. Here's 2 photos, move. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just so that we were courteous to everybody else. And this guy just thinks he can cut in front of everybody else and he's going to take his picture no matter what. And it's like, no. And so that's what happened. That was the moral of the story.
I'm just going to laugh because
oh my God, I got so hot. I'm having boob sweat. That story just...
did you want to take a picture with me? I'll jump right in there with you.
No, because for a second I thought, I'm going to go sit in front of his face.
Like, I would have stood in front
while they're trying to take the picture, and I was like, I'm just gonna escalate this.
That's how petty I would have been.
I just think it was funny that he got a picture by himself while his wife was taking the picture of him.
Because she didn't. Well, she wasn't any better because she was telling Talise to move, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay." No, it's not okay, bitch. It's not. You guys are being fucking rude. Go back to your fucking country, wherever the fuck you came from, and be rude there. Don't be fucking rude to people here.
As he's going from 0 to 100 right now on our episode.
Because it just,
As you can
it
see.
fires me up because it's like, why do you have to treat other people like that? Like, where do you think you're better than everybody else?
They're not better, but
They're
don't-
pretending like
but
they
don't
were.
know any better. But the thing
They don't know any better. They are grown adults. They know better.
I understand.
If they did not know better, she wouldn't have said sorry, and she wouldn't have said it's okay. It's not a big deal. She knew they knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, they knew, but wasn't gonna change what they did.
Yeah,
They were gonna do it regardless. They had.
it would never escalate to a fight because I'm not a fighter, but I will open my big mouth. That's for sure. Anywho, so that's about all that happened on our trip to Sequoia.
The rest of our trip was nice, calm, relaxing. We stayed in a beautiful home that had a river flowing through the back of it, so that was nice.
Yeah, we did an Airbnb in Three Rivers, I think was the city it was called. And it was nice. It had a huge river in the back. And yeah, it was really peaceful. It was nice. We did a little fire one of the nights, and then we had a game night. And we hit up that pizza spot that was really good. I forgot the name of it
I
though.
don't remember the name, but the pizza spot was really, really good. You know, the restaurant, the bar and grill or whatever, having the river in the background.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Also on like the patio area was really nice too.
Yeah, if you're gonna go up to Sequoia, I think staying in Three Rivers. It's a small town. It's like a one street in type of thing. Because actually, that street took us right into Sequoia.
It did, yeah.
And so
But I think that's where most people stay is in Three Rivers when you go visit Sequoia, because that's where like the little motels or whatnot was down that same road. But definitely a very small town.
and if you're trying to fill propane, don't do it on Sunday because
Don't do it on the
literally
weekends. I think it's on
everything's
the weekends,
like
right?
closed on the weekends. Yeah.
They don't fill propane on the weekends. Interesting. Life stops on the weekends. But I guess it was just a good reminder to like slow down also, because there wasn't much to do other than just enjoy the
We only did
scenery.
the two nights, but we should have done 3 nights, I think. It would have been nice. We could have done a whole week, honestly. It was really nice and peaceful.
Yeah, I was fine with the 2 coming home to my bed.
Oh yeah. Well, it's always tough sleeping in a different bed than your own.
No,
And then forgetting your
yeah.
pillows.
Yeah, the pillow situation that sucked.
Yeah, that did
My
suck.
pillow one was either a rock and the other one was so soft that I didn't feel like I had a pillow. So
Yeah,
it was
I had
there's
to
no
put
in
a-
between.
I had to put a blanket behind my head in order to sleep.
Like, yeah.
'Cause the pillows were so soft, I could not, like, I was like getting a kink in my neck.
But the house that we stayed in was really interesting too.
It was like an art gallery house where it was like really bougie and like
Everything was made out of cement.
Yeah,
Like,
the floor, the
floors,
walls.
the walls.
I'm
Absolutely
just saying
everything.
that bathroom that I had with the tub, the water got everywhere. The water got underneath the tub, on the side of the tub, and it was on the wall.
was
What
that
were
a
you
clawfoot?
doing?
No,
Mm.
something
We just
was
had
wrong.
A shower.
And our shower was
Like
like
the drapery, like from the, the ones to keep the, you normally like the plastic and then like a fabric one. They weren't even long enough, so all the water was like under.
falling.
You're like out of the thing. I was like, okay, quick shower. Don't splatter.
Well, that's probably because they spent their whole budget on the 2-person shower in the master because that thing was nice.
Oh,
It,
was
even had a speaker. The
That's
the
exactly
thing that
what
pulls the air
happened.
had a
Oh,
speaker
yeah,
built
that's where
in
they
and
spent
a
all their
night
money.
light put
No.
in. It was really nice.
All the like shower fixtures for us were broken and they were
ours
leaking.
fine.
Ours were fine. It was just, yeah, it was nice. I liked ours.
The only thing, the doors to the backyard. Why were they so difficult to open?
Because
and
they're
close?
European doors.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
just-
how it is in Romania. Like,
Yeah.
remember with the windows
Yeah.
and the way that
Yeah, you're right.
that's how it was.
Still difficult.
It was a little bit, but we figured it out by the end.
Sliding door. Give me a sliding door.
We figured it out by the end of it for sure.
But
But it was a good
overall,
time.
A good trip. Easy, smooth ride up and back. Other than traffic on the way back. That was torture.
And
But
Jennifer's tire pressure.
no, I only stopped once on the way back and got air once. Right? No, I don't even think we
I don't
got
think you
air on the way
did.
back. No air on the way back.
You
It was
just talked about
before
it.
we left. Before we left, we got air because we put gas. No, we didn't put gas. You guys put gas.
You put air.
I put air. Well, Benny did. Thank God for Benny, and thank God for that gas station actually having air. That's the only gas station that had it. The Shell one did not have it because they were under construction.
Oh yeah, that's
Could
right.
you imagine? I don't even think we would have made it up a mountain.
Not with you.
No. No. And then Matthew got into it too. I swear my son feeds off of me. He's like, Mom, check the tire pressure. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God, you made him so paranoid.
Yeah. Guilty. I can't even deny it. Guilty. But it was good. Good little mini staycation. And then we did Disney on one of the days.
Oh, on Thursday.
That was nice.
We did Thursday for Disney. We ended up doing Disneyland and California Adventure. But we got pretty much on everything.
Well, yeah, because we bought the Fast Pass. So, and it wasn't, I don't think it was like crazy. It got crazier towards like the second half because it was grad night.
Yeah.
So all like the teeny boppers.
Yeah, because
came in.
California Adventure was closing earlier, I think, for grad night.
Was it California?
Yeah, because
normally it's Disneyland, which is weird because when I went to grad night, it was only in Disneyland, and you were only allowed to come in like late afternoon, and of course you stayed till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning because the hours were extended for you. But they were there from the morning. Like I saw them with their little tickets and like the wristbands early in the morning, which was interesting to see.
maybe there's an option now instead of doing night, they can do the day or night.
That are like a extended period of time compared to
Or
others.
some schools get the day and then some schools, because there's a lot of schools that do it.
Yeah, but they don't do it all on the same night.
Oh.
Because every school graduates differently.
Grad night for me was California Adventure only.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grad night for me was Disneyland only.
Yeah, same here, Disneyland, because I remember having a picture in the teapot that's still there. You know, one you can sit in. That's where I have my grad night photo with the group that I went with. But
I can't even remember who I went with.
I only know
It was a long time ago.
a couple people, but yeah, that's where it is. But overall, good trip.
It was a good vacation.
And I think that's where we're going to end it. The Sassy Siblings episode this week. We'll see you all next time.
Stay sassy.
Bye.